How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back with yet another review. I'm always back with the other reviews. Every now and then there's other things, like beer mails and random babblings. But, hey, it's review time in the form of Jester King's Brewing's El Cedro. Fun one to say. This is a hoppy, as it says in here, cedar aged or cedar influenced hoppy saison. This beer comes courtesy of fantasy football winnings. Yay! I was in a fantasy football group with a local beer group here, and I placed enough to actually get a couple beers, and this is one of them. Ended up getting 4 750s out of it, so that's not too shabby. So yeah, let's dive into this fucker, see what she's got. First, Jester King review. I've had quite a few of their beers, just never had something to review, so that's pretty awesome. As far as what it says on the bottle here, it says, El Cedro, Jester King, Hoppy Cedar Aged Ale, Austin, Texas. On the side here it says, I have conquered many nations, defeated vast armies of men, but even I do not dare to trespass in the forest of El Cedro, for El Cedro is no man. Many have ventured within the silent reach of his branches, lured by his sweet smell, never to return. Whispered legends tell of one particularly sorry soul who, hey, did we tell you this has Brett in it? Let's see. Jester King's Authentic Farmhouse Brewery. Hoppy Cedar Ale. 7.8% alcohol by volume. Whole bunch of ingredients. I'm going to read them too. We have, let's see, Hill Country Well Water. Malted barley. Malted wheat. Hops. Farmhouse yeast. Wild yeast from Texas Hill Country. Native souring bacteria. Contains wheat. Notes Farmhouse Ale, dried hop with piney, citrusy American hops and aged in Spanish cedar spirals, unfiltered, unpasteurized, and 100% bottle conditioned. So there you go. Let's see. Store cool and upright. Refrigerate minimum 24 hours before opening. That be that. Oh, batch numbers. We have a little batch number here. We have batch 6, July 22nd, 2014. So this is almost, it's pretty much a year and a half old. Yeah, sure, it's a hoppy-based beer or hop-based beer. But, with it being kind of a Brett-based beer, combine it with it being kind of aged with cedar spirals, should age pretty well. So, yeah, label-wise, fucking killer. Love the living shit out of this label. The creepy kind of tree being thing with the glowing eyes and the whole nine. And the coolest part about this label to get kind of like art geekiness about it. I love the shape, classic 750 style. The cap is really cool. I'll show you that when I pop it off. But what I really like about this label is that it's cut right here. So actually, it's one label that kind of wraps around and then it fits perfectly back where the seam is. I don't know why that kind of does it for me so much. It just looks really fucking cool. So yeah, let's dive into this sucker, see what she's got. Give her a pop. See how that Brett is she's going to take off. Maybe not so much. Yeah, she's got a little bit of life to her. Smelling like kind of like fresh, bright red apple skin is what I got from the initial kind of pop on that. Brett-based beer, wild ale. I'm going to be dealing with a little head on this one. Yeah. A little bit more head than you typically want when you do a little beer review stuff. But some people wouldn't kind of stop the camera here and edit it and all that fun stuff, but I'm not one of those people, so. Anyway, Jester King, known for their sour beers, typically more sour than anything. This is, I'm getting a little bit of acidity, a little bit of sour acidity from this, but doesn't smell anything too crazy. Like I said, I'm getting like that red apple skin from it. And that's pretty much it from the distance. We're just going to have to fight through that head to get a decent nose on her. But yeah, overall, all the things I've had from them are pretty damn fantastic. So just super excited to give this a whirl. 3 fingers, gently pouring in a tulip glass of headness. Pilly up top to the point where, that's what dreams are made of. And pretty uniform bubble, sans a couple stragglers. On your side there was a little bit more. But, yeah, kind of like little voids of space in there. But other than that, yeah. Body-wise, she's got you can see on there, very light, opaque kind of murkiness to it. Very subtle, though. You can definitely see through it. It reminds me of urine. Yeah, not to make it too disgusting sounding, but, yeah. Totally looks like urine. This head's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So let's get to the scientific matter of getting rid of it through body oil. Yes, this is very, very nice of me to do to a beer. I know, but I kind of want to see if I can get ahead on this thing. So let's just beat down this head. Not going to waste time here. See what she's got. Yeah, you're getting this nice, funky, typical Brett character from it, to where you're just getting that hay kind of wet hayness out of it. That apple skin. I said red apple skin, and while I'll stand by that, I'm getting a whole bunch of fruit kind of vibes from this. Very skinny too, not very fleshy. A little bit of sweetness there, but all of it's very skin-like, very pearish, very apple-ish, red apple-ish. Not much green apple in this one. There's a little bit of like you maybe like a peach kind of skin on it, but like I said, it's that skin kind of ness. Not that I don't even know if you had just skin of fruit, you know what I mean. But there's this really nice, deep, rich, bready funk to it. And yeah, it smells pretty damn nice. The hop presence really isn't there that much. I mean, you're talking about a Brett-based beer that has, so it has some funkiness going on in it in general. Then you had that kind of saison-y kind of, I don't know if it's just Brett or it's like a house, or it actually said that on there, didn't it? It said it's a house yeast and a Brett yeast. Let's see, wild yeast and natural native sour bacteria, so probably sac or something like that. So yeah, and farmhouse yeast, wild yeast from Texas country. So you're talking about your typical kind of yeast, mumbles. Your typical kind of saison, kind of little bit of pepperiness, a little bit of coriander going on there. The Brett kind of brings the funk along for the ride, and then you have that beautiful kind of fruity kindness coming out of the out of what I assume is the yeast, but the hops really aren't there. But time has kind of pushed them down. We'll see if they're in the mouth. Enough babbling. That head went down pretty quick. Yay, human oils. Cheers. Hops are definitely there in the mouth. Very, very, very present. They've lost their kind of piney or citrus or fruity kind of components. What is left is a very bitter hop. Combine that with the dryness of the Brett, it's like this dry bitterness that really just strikes you right off the bat. It's almost like you're like licking like the that pithiness, the inside of like an orange. It's that kind of drying bitterness. That's good though. Yeah, that hop is so striking. It's so aggressive. That fruitiness is there, but that hop kind of just takes away from it a little bit. That pepperiness of that just base kind of saison farmhouse style yeast is there, but again, those hops just kind of are a little bit too big above that to kind of have it hold up. There's a bit of acidity to it, nothing too crazy. I wouldn't even go as far as to say this is sour. This is more just funky, kind of just teetering on the edge of sour, and it's nice. I like the flavors that are in there. I just wish that hop presence either it was newer, or maybe even a little bit older to kind of let it drive it down. Now, the cedar's definitely in there too, and that's probably adding a bit to the dryness also. So you're getting that dryness from the Brett, dryness from the cedar, the bitterness from the hop. It's very, very aggressive on that end of things. So if you're into like old school kind of West Coast IPAs, or palate smacking kind of bitter, you'd probably be into this as far as farmhouse style beer goes. But yeah, it's a super interesting beer. Let's put it that way. I dig it. I like it. Enjoy the shit out of it. There's no way I'm not going to finish this whole thing tonight. I do enjoy it. But it's a little bit too herky-jerky for me. Especially being a year and a half old. You expect things like this to kind of round out a little bit. And the hop presence is there. But it's only dropped out to leave behind just that bitterness. This cedar, if it was bigger, I can't believe how big it is. Because even though I didn't like lead with that, it's pretty aggressive once I think about it. The fruit in the nose is really nice and is there in the mouth. But those two kind of components kind of overshadow it. But it's fun. It's a fun beer, interesting beer from a brewery that does fun freaking things. So yeah, I dig it. I like it. But it's not blown away by it. And I'd really like to try this new. I understand batches are different from batch to batch, so I'll never know exactly what this one tasted like. But I'd really like to give this a whirl new to see what it's like fresh out the chute, because it seems like this would be a fun one to kind of dig like that. Or opposite end of the spectrum, I'd like to try this about 5 to 10 years old to see where it kind of goes. Because I think that kind of Brett would build, that cedar would drop down, those hops would fall off even more, and kind of turn into something a little bit more European, a little bit more Belgian influenced kind of stuff. But yeah, pretty damn tasty beer. So let's talk about it. This is one of the better, I don't want to go just plain Saisons. I don't oaked beers. Oaked Saison. Let's go with that. Oaked. Yeah, I don't want to get too oak Saison. Let's go that one. No, it's definitely on the outside looking in. Just because it's a little bit too herky jerky for me, but on a scale of 1 to fun, it's definitely fun. Value and availability, no idea. Like I said, it was 1 and given to me. As far as availability, I don't know. Maybe some of you fine folks down Texas way can actually chime in on that and just say if you like what we like this. If you like interesting beers, if you like cedar, if you like I said, if you're a fan of West Coast IPAs and you want to see what kind of these new school kind of sour jams, or again, should I say wild, funky breweries are bringing to the table, and you're kind of a fan of that, but you wish you had a little bit of kind of that old school kind of West Coast kind of hop vibes going on, you'd be into it. And if you're into how beer changes, if you've had this fresh and you're just like, I wonder, and you have a fresh memory of what it's like, or you have notes or whatever, if you get a hold of this and just kind of see how beers can change, because I'll bet my left pinky that this is markedly different than when it originally came out, which is what aging beer is all about. So there you go, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, and all 4 of those places if you want to check me out anywhere else. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice hopped up, cedared, bread-based farmhouse ale right now, and hope to see you next time. Cheers.